Hey there, folks, and welcome back to another episode of our adventure in the game Doki Doki Literature Club. We are gathering up all of the side stories, but to do that, we have to play through the main game, and apparently there are a little bit of different nuances within the main game, so that gives us also a chance to see what those revisions are in that regard. So, as a means of recap, in the last episode, we had made a new poem, or written a new poem, to which we are in the Natsuki route, so it was tailored more so to Natsuki's interests. And during that time in the club room for that day after writing the poem, Sayori had requested for us to go with her to the vending machine to grab a snack. And of course, in our wisdom as the main character, we noticed something was off. To which we requested for Sayori to show us her purse, and come to find out, there's not enough money in there. Busted as she was, she requested Yuri for assistance to convince us to get her some money to buy her something, to which Yuri had said, "Are you serious? Are you absolutely serious?" Yuri explaining to Sayori that she should only purchase what she can afford, and after her mischievous act, her guilt is good enough retribution for it. Moving on, come to find out that Sayori was later slapped in the face by something turning out to be a cookie that was given to her by none other than Natsuki, though I don't see the legitimacy of throwing the cookie at her. But then again, there was something that was said before pertaining to Natsuki, but still doesn't justify it. Anyways, Sayori happily gobbles down the cookie. Probably not like Cookie Monster, but I'm sure Cookie Monster could show her a few ways and techniques as means to do that. But Cookie Monster is not in this game. So, moving on. In further interactions throughout the club for that day, Natsuki goes into the closet to retrieve her manga, to which unfortunately is not readily available because apparently it was stored by Monica in a place that Natsuki was unable to reach, so that caused a little bit of turmoil. But unfortunately, Natsuki's pride caused even more turmoil as she tried to reach for it herself, but the stool wasn't working, so she grabbed the teacher's chair, which unfortunately is a swivel chair like the one I got, and anyone who's ever tried to do that before realizes that is a very dangerous thing to do. Of course, our main character, Sosuke, just standing back because of Natsuki's pride and whatnot, her expressions, sees that she's now in trouble of falling down, and apparently we get the blame some way, somehow, that we set her up as a means to observe features about her that are supposed to remain private, but that's our fault, even though it was her idea. And we already looked away to avoid that to begin with. Nevertheless, of course, the typical anime trope, she falls, we catch her, we end up on the floor, and of course she expresses grossness and all this other nonsense. And then once she finds out that a portion of her manga has been damaged because of the turmoil, it's as if only then she comes to the realization that her actions led to all this. But to her credit, she did in a way apologize, expressing that she had a bad day and this. To which the moral of that story is, if you're having a bad day, especially if you're going to be around people and you're really irritable, your best option is either talk to them about that bad day or find some time by yourself to cool off. But moving forward, after all of that was cleaned up and she was back to happy, joy, to which they had enjoyed a little bit of manga, it was then time to share our poems. So with that, let's cue that up and let's see how sharing our poems is going to turn out. All right, let's see where this goes. Let us see where this goes, if it goes anywhere. Natsuki's up first since we're the Natsuki route, so here we go. You good? Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now she must have read it more than once. Okay, that was dramatic. Is it that bad? No, it's not, says Natsuki. It's good. It's really good, okay? What is up with you and just sharing compliments? I mean, seriously. There, I said it. Ugh, this wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you be bad at this? Because I don't want to, and I'm not going to. Alright, if you don't like it, walk away. Apparently not much has changed with her since she still got the bad attitudes before, which drives me crazy. My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. Wait a minute. So what you're saying is only your poems are supposed to impress, but we can't be impressed by each other's poems? Is that what you're saying? I'm asking you a question. I know you can't hear me, but I'm still asking you a question. Anyways. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than I thought this wasn't about a competition or anything like that. Huh? You got a crush on me now? Is that what you're trying to say? You got a crush on me or something? Ha! Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you. You. Natsuki's face freezes like she just realized something. Yeah, she realized that she just spilled the beans that 1, she's impressed, and 2, she has a crush on us. Yo. Yeah, I'm being dramatic. Get over it. You're trying to impress me. Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I gotta go to the restroom. Red-faced Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Sosuke, interjected Monica. Did you do something to Natsuki? Girl, that's the wrong question. It's what happened to Natsuki. Not what did I do to her, it's what happened. Get it right. I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? Sosuke, be confident with that. I just told her that. My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monica that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Well, too late. You're already giving off that kind of behavioral pattern anyway. Monica sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see, says Monica. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day as well? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Sosuke? What's that supposed to mean? You ain't even dated nobody yet. Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. Anyways. I did not understand Monica's joke at all. She likes you, dude. That's what she meant. I'm sure pretty much all these girls in here like you, dude. Obviously. Anyway, says Monica. How do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Interjects Natsuki. Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monica's hand. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the room. Did you read this, Monica? Of course, I liked it. Ugh. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. Actually, that poem is for everyone in the club room since you're sharing poems. What is you talking about? What is you talking about? What you talking about? Anyways. You have a bad habit of doing that. Says Monica. But Sosuke wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share it with everyone. Ain't that what I just said? Ain't that what I just said? Anyways. Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Sosuke's done sharing this poem with everyone. Girl, you tripping. You tripping. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. Says who? What you putting words and thoughts in other people's mouths and brains, Natsuki? What's up with you, cuz? In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. I'm mixed between is she really soon or is she slightly yandere? If you insist. Oh my gosh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki. I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Dang, you getting real selfish all of a sudden. You're losing major points with me. Well, I guess Sosuke is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it, though. Girl, what is up with you? Chill out. Anyway, read my poem now. I don't know if I want to read yours with your nasty attitude. Fine. And no, I won't let you keep it. Good, I don't want it anyway with your nasty attitude. This is my only copy. There's a copier right down the hall. Amy likes spiders. What? You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy held me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. What is... Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend star liked spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? You better provide some context, homie. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I was getting it. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. Nope, I was waiting for your best. Still waiting for your best behavior. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Okay, when your behavior is in plain sight, how come you can't recognize that? Like, anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. You know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. Anything at all. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people found out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people super baka. Who cares what someone likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy, right? Right? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday. But I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Consider yourself lucky I'm still running through your route, because I'm really close to just wanting to just breeze through it and not even care. But I do have a purpose of this for my viewers as well, so consider yourself fortunate. Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. No, you're not. You think you want to be, but you're not. Just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? All right, I will. Folks, don't put up with this kind of demeanor. Never do this. Never put up with this kind of demeanor. Walk away, even run from that demeanor. Run from it. Anyways. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Sasuke. Oh, I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. You are too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall too. Can I? Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it because I wrote it? Oh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people we know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Sosuke poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You are absolutely weird, Sayori. Whoa. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah. Me neither. Oh. Why don't you at least try giving some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Oh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. Something like that. There's a word for that, right? Right? What's the word? Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like the things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad, you say. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Oh, it is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thank you, so scared. I should go write that down. You can read my poem now, okay? While I go write that down. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in bottles, in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper, my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards, all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Oh my goodness. Zuri, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Huh? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I am no more. Don't get ahead of yourself. Zuri's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alrighty, on to Yuri. Are you still mad at me? Where'd that come from? What? What are you talking about? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday. We got that all cleaned up. Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. What is you talking about? You feeling okay? Because you prefer her writing. What that got to do with anything? Cuz, chill. That's not really true. Meaning when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? You thinking way into this stuff, way into it. Plus, if that's your response of differing writing, then that's a problem. Oh no. Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whatever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. I don't know if that's actually thinking before you speak. I think you actually spoke before you thought in certain cases. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. Yuri, nobody hates you. So please, don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants. But it's not fair to you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please. It makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Thank you. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I am frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. Well, that sucked. A little bit biased, I'd say more than anything else. Hey, Sosuke! That was kind of silly with Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyway, I already read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Let's see what we got. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. Oh, what do you know? The top 3 colors that's used in mixing in lighting to get almost every color that you see. How about that? An endless cacophony, I think that is, of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violet, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? No. I guess it's just the way I write. Is your pose the same way? I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've really never seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on my paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Yeah, same here, buddy. No. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is that a tip even about writing? Probably not. Although in this game it kind of can be, because if you save your game just before you write a poem and that poem doesn't work out, then you can jump back to that save point to write the poem again. So it kind of fits with the game. But that sounds like you're a little bit self-aware or something. Anyways. What am I even talking about? Oh, that's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Alrighty, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, correct? Actually, no, I never got a chance to read Yuri's poem because she's being stingy. I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Oh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. I don't either. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sarah has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having poetry performances. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part, we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Sarah's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sarah, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. I don't see a poster. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't. You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Yeah, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of people that... There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Yo, folks! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I apologize. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. That's right. You right. And it's those reasons that we are all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? Are you ready, folks? Oh, sorry. To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. Right? And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. You can do it! Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Jerry looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, Maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. She never had any to begin with. Ugh. Okay, fine. Notice the fact that she didn't agree until Sosuke stepped in. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right! Whew. All right. We got one, folks. We got one. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Woo-hoo-hoo! Thank you, everyone! Thank you! You're the best, Yuri! This club series is gonna be the death of me! Oh, gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! Are you crazy? This is way too sudden! Way too sudden, yo! Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh, no. Do not worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? I want to go next. Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she had in mind for herself. She then stands behind the lectern. So, in the AV world, we actually refer to a podium as an actual platform that's elevated, and then the piece that actually is where you rest your documents on, or like your computer, we refer to that as a lectern. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? Probably has something to do with her student council experience. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. That was so good, Monica. Amazing. You have blown my mind. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set an example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. I will go next, darn it. What? Whoa, Yuri is fired up. She's gonna do it. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the lectern. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! You can do it! It's called After Image of the Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay. I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the lectern. This one's called My Meadow. Whoops, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be. How do you guys do it so easily? Trying to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as perfect to match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Ugh. Good job, Sayori. Good job. Even Sosuke liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you very nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand, says Sayori. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. All right, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Sosuke. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Will you knock it off with that attitude? Might as well let Sosuke lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Okay, so basically what you're trying to say is that I'm your scapegoat? Is that what all this is? I'm basically just your scapegoat? Thanks a lot. Especially after helping you out the other day with your manga collection. You just gonna treat me like this. Thanks a lot. You're a real friend. Jerk. Natsuki. It's fine. Boy, don't take that garbage. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the lectern. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the lectern. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting, answered Monica. Ugh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. All right, sit down. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure to pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me so happy. Yeah, alright, we're gonna keep going. Yeah, no problem. Alrighty, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this, 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 I can do this! Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two, always going out together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, y'all are just... Don't make it such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Sosuke. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Oh, I think she's still spaced out. Oh, sorry. I was spacing out. I was totally spaced out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of a question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. You know what? Since this is the Natsuki route... Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make her heart pound? I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Dude, you better grow a spine. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? I beg to differ. That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. but I just like to think about it. Okay then. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. What's that supposed to mean? Need you? Sayori. Can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen at that time? And here we have another poem to write, and we're gonna hold it off right here. So yeah, Natsuki still has a real poor attitude even after everything that went down. So it's like, yeah, she's not my favorite of characters with that kind of attitude. But I'm also a little disappointed in Yuri with her whole thinking process. There's probably something that can be traced back to that, but still, not even giving us a chance and just shutting down completely because we don't write how she does. That's a little bit inconsiderate. And that's unfortunate. But we'll see how things carry on. But I'd like to thank everyone for watching this video this time around. If you like what you saw, maybe consider leaving a like. And if you'd like to see more and you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, be sure to click on the bell icon so you can be notified on new productions to be released. And until next time, happy mixing, everyone.